Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker. Thank you so much. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And you know, it's this time of year that we're always talking about some of these wonderful festivals. One of the ones that you've got to check out is the Community Christmas Celebration. Very excited. We have first Miss Buffy Sharp-and-Shea. Buffy, thanks for joining us.
Gee, thanks for having me.
All right, we appreciate that. Sitting next to her, Mr. Paul Sheremy. Paul, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
You got it. And so this is one of those things where people have come to expect some wonderful things down the bayou, right?
Of course.
And this is one of those, but man, it's 3 years old. Let's talk about how it started 3 years ago, Buffy.
So this started as the Golden Meadow Christmas Boat Parade. Was really just a bet between two friends, kind of a joke on Facebook.
Really?
That they looked at a post of Christmas Boat Parade in Florida and said, oh, we should do this down the bayou. And the joke was that the two founding members, which are Aaron Colley and Joby Alamo, that they were going to be the only two decorated boats riding up and down the bayou making their own parade.
Right.
And it turned into something. And the first year there were at least a dozen boats.
Okay.
And then,
I remember announcing that.
Yeah.
That was exciting. It was, you know, we didn't know what to expect, but over a dozen boats, people went out and decorated,
and the thing
right?
is, it was 2021.
Right.
The Bayou had been through a lot, and it brought a little bit of joy to the people who participated and the people who got to watch it.
And so it's really nice that that's kind of how things took shape and took place the first year. Now, last year got bigger, right?
Last year, Aaron and Joby contacted my husband Mark and I, because we had been involved with some other community events, and asked for some help, but they wanted to turn it into something a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Their participation in the boat parade had about doubled, and they wanted to bring a little more to the community. So we held the event, which led up to the boat parade, at the Oak Ridge Community Park, which is on 3235 in Golden Meadow.
Right.
And we incorporated a gumbo cook-off.
Right.
And we invited Santa Claus. He had gifts for all the kids. And so that was, we also had a craft show in the park. It was a little bit of a wet, gloomy day.
Right.
But,
I remember it rained a little bit. It was misty early in that morning.
Correct. Right? But it still was a huge success.
Wow.
And so that growing into this year, obviously the community was all about the boat parade. It's become something that people look forward to. And so we've decided that it had to continue.
Right.
So we're going to do it this year, and we've actually partnered with the Golden Meadow Rotary Club, who does a street parade annually for Christmas. And so it just turned into a much bigger event, and it's going to take up the whole day. We're starting at 10 in the morning, and it's going to go till the boat parade starts at 6:30.
Right.
And,
so thank you, Jason. So again, 10 o'clock in the morning, the craft show kind of starts, right?
Correct.
And we're doing it at a different venue this year, right?
Yes, yes. Because the boat parade departs from the dock across the highway from Our Lady of Prompt Succor Catholic Church in Golden Meadow, we decided to use the church grounds as the home base for all of the events. So starting at 10 in the morning, we'll have craft vendors set up their booths. Well, prior to that, we'll have people cooking gumbo, because the gumbo cook-off is happening as well. And so we are still accepting teams. If you think that you make the best gumbo, we'd love to have you, and you and your team can get together and make either a seafood or chicken and sausage gumbo, and there'll be prizes for those participants, and we will have music. We'll have other concession foods available for sale, so people can buy a ticket and sample all the gumbos and pick their favorite one and eat more. Then in addition to that, the Golden Meadow Rotary Club will have their road parade, which will line up behind the church, and the police will escort the participants in the road parade to the beginning of town, which is Armand Street and LA1. That's where the traditional Mardi Gras route is. And that parade will parade through the entire length of Golden Meadow, return back to the church, and finish with some more activities. And then, of course, it's on the grounds of the Catholic Church. There's going to be 5 o'clock Mass.
5 o'clock Mass.
And after Mass, we come out of church and walk across to the bayou, and some people can board the boats, and the rest can just watch from the banks.
The rest can line up.
That's going to be the boat parade.
And again, that's on Saturday, December the 9th.
Correct.
Right? And so we just want people to know, you know, got a little time to prepare for that. Still can sign up.
Yes, we're still accepting craft vendors. We're still accepting participants for the boat parade. So if you have a boat and you'd like to participate, any kind of boat, a fishing boat, a pleasure boat, a supply boat, it doesn't matter. We take
anything
them all.
that floats.
We encourage you to light them up and just ride along with us. And then we're also I believe I said we're accepting craft vendors. We're accepting participants in the gumbo cook-off. So more the merrier. And just people to come over and have a good time with us.
And it's any kind of gumbo, right?
Correct.
And
So we have a seafood category, we have
Okay.
a chicken and sausage category, and in any other category, so you can get creative.
I see. That's my favorite. I love the fact that you can get really creative in however you want to light up your boat, right? However you want to decorate your boat. And for those people, because look, we know people down here, no matter what bayou you're from, there's chicken and sausage, we get that. There's seafood, we get that. But then there's some people who like this other category, right?
Correct.
And they like, turtle or duck or lots of combinations of others. My son's a chef, and he was telling me about somebody who made a gumbo with octopus. And I thought that was very, very interesting. But what the interesting thing about octopus is the longer you cook it, the more tender it becomes. I tried it. It wasn't bad. So I got to tell you, it's really nice to be able to see that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. But when we come back, Paul, we want to hear a little bit more about some of the things that y'all have seen and some of the things that you know is going to be good to expect. And we'll be able to go over all those things as well, right? So it's very exciting. Starting out pretty meek, a bet between two people became 12 boats.
Yep.
Last year, that doubled in size at least.
Correct.
And now here we are at year 3. Again, Saturday, December the 9th, we're talking about the community Christmas celebration. It's the 3rd annual. It's going to take place at Our Lady of Prompt Succor Church and in the waterways and the Bayou and Bayou Lafourche right across. Really exciting stuff. We thank you, Jay. Thank you all for joining us. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. You stick around with us as well. We'll be right back right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Parabon General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite. Thanks so much for joining us. Very glad Buffy and Paul are with us as well, talking about what was a number of different things that now is our annual community Christmas celebration. Very exciting. And so one of those things that's going to take place on Saturday, December the 9th, Our Lady of Prompt Succor Church, a little bit of a different place, lots of stuff starting at 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:30. Santa's coming. He's got stuff for the kids. But this gumbo cook-off, Paul, you're pretty familiar with. Tell me your thoughts on this gumbo cook-off.
Well, the gumbo cook-off is going to be starting at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my.
The teams are going to be able to come and prepare their food.
Right.
After that, you have to have the gumbo ready to serve to the judges for 10:30.
10:30. So they got about 3.5 hours or
About
so.
3.5 hours.
to
The
prepare
rules
that.
are you could go ahead and make your rule beforehand if you
Okay.
want.
Okay.
Your vegetables could be chopped and stuff.
Right.
But you have to cook on the ground.
You have to physically cooking
Physically start cooking on the ground at 7 o'clock in the
7 o'clock,
morning and
okay.
have it ready for 10:30.
Ready for 10:30.
The Rotary Club, I believe, is going to have potato salad and rice and stuff to be served.
All the stuff that goes with it.
The contestants.
Look,
only-
we got to round it out, right? You gotta
Right.
have
Oh
your
yeah,
rice
you got to
and
have potato salad and
come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, you
And
know,
we don't want them to focus on that. We want them to focus on their gumbo.
Right,
Even though that dark roux can be cooked already before you come out.
Right.
And so very good. And so our judges will be there. And again, 3 categories, right? Chicken
Correct,
and sausage
yes.
gumbo.
Chicken, sausage, and
seafood
other.
gumbo, and then other.
potluck.
Potluck. Hey, whatever you want to put in. So people are going to come in with the kitchen sink, I know, which is really, really cool. But I love the fact that we're able to do that and allowed to do that. And so people take a great deal of pride. You know, if we thought there was a challenge between the two about the boat parade, I know what kind of challenge there is about who makes the best gumbo.
Who makes the best gumbo.
Right. So, Paul, that's going to be your team, right?
Yes, I have a team assembled, and if anybody's welcome, come on and try to beat us.
If people want to do that, how can they sign up? What do they need to do?
So we have a website, not a website, I'm sorry, a Facebook page. And it's the Golden Meadow Christmas Boat Parade. On that Facebook page, they can find all of the forms needed to register for a craft booth, to register a gumbo team, to register a boat to ride in the boat parade. As far as the Rotary Club Street Parade, there's no registration required. Anything goes. You just show up and you roll with the street parade.
And that's going to be at 3 o'clock. People can line up
behind the church.
Behind the church, and starting around 2, right?
Starting around 2, and then the police will escort to the starting point of the parade, starting at 2:45. The parade rolls at 3.
Right.
As far as the gumbo cook-off, there is no fee to register a team. You do have to provide your own ingredients and your own setup. So we encourage people to bring a tent, bring whatever they need. We will have generator power available to those who need it. But like you mentioned before, potato salad will be sold as part of concession. Rice will be provided. And that's actually provided by the Knights of Columbus with our church.
Oh, that's nice.
The Rotary Club will be providing cookies and treats, and I believe hot dogs and chili to be served after the street parade. So there's been a whole bunch of good food to eat. Really excited to sample some of those gumbo choices. And we're also looking for sponsorships. I don't want to neglect that. You know, it's really difficult.
If people want to come and give money, we're glad to accept it, right?
It's always hard to, pull off a really successful event without the support of our businesses in the community. We're always looking for partnerships and never going to turn down any help financially, or even your support by being there and sharing the word. We just want to get the word out.
And so, Paul, we're going to be doing that boat parade. It's going to start around 6:30. Right?
6:30,
so let's talk a little bit about that route.
The route's going to start off at the Golden Meadow Church. And it's going to proceed on north to South Lafourche Bridge. And then from there, the participants, whoever's doing it, could veer off and go back to their docks, or if they want to come back and to the start spot, that's up to them,
which is right there at Our Lady of Prompt Succor Church, right across from Our Lady of Prompt Succor Church. So really, really nice. And any idea what we're kind of expecting this year? Volume?
We kind of looking around 20. I think we have around 20 boats registered right now. We kind of,
and that's early, right? Because you know how we kind of do things. We're going to decide next weekend. I guess we could do this.
Check the weather,
right?
Make sure it's good.
And not only that, we're not only looking for Lafourche Parish, we also want to invite Terrebonne Parish. Anybody that wants to come out for this event and come and participate. Come on down, come do it. I mean, tow your boat if you got it, whatever you got to do.
If ever there are two neighbors that appreciate each other, it's Lafourche and Terrebonne.
Absolutely.
I will tell you, I brag about it all the time as it relates to law enforcement, as it relates to our levy districts and commissions. We work very well together, and I will tell you, you will see some people from Terrebonne down at your event.
Because you got Terrebonne Parish that can cook some good gumbo too. Come on down. Come on and come give us a good competition.
All right, I like it. So there it is. We were waiting for the shout out. Paul just did it. And that's there. The gauntlet is out there. In fact, it could be the roux spoon. Somebody gave me a spoon specifically
for a roux.
For roux.
I think
nice little wooden angle to it.
Yeah, I think that's what the prize is actually for the team.
All righty then. See, I must have won one already.
See, that one buyer come show the other buyer who could cook better.
Oh my! Come
Maybe
on down and do that.
Maybe you need a gumbo team and come show us what you have.
Oh my! That will truly be a challenge. It'll be miraculous if I can get back into town and be able to
bragging rights.
Yeah. So we're excited about what's going to take place. Jay, let's put it up one more time. Thank you. Saturday, December 9th. Got lots of stuff, guys. You don't want to miss the community Christmas celebration taking place at Our Lady of Prompt Succor Church. There'll be lots of crafts there available to you. Lots of opening ceremonies and things that you can be expecting at 10:15, 10:30. Food service starts. Gumbo judging and music at 10:30 as well. Santa 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. We can line up for. They're going to announce the winners at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. We're going to line up for those people that want to take place in the Rotary Christmas Parade. That's going to roll out at 4:30. Everybody comes back. 5 o'clock, the vigil mass right there at Our Lady of Prompt Succor, and then the boat parade at 6:30. Thank y'all so very much. We expect a lot of people to enjoy that.
Thanks. We hope to see everybody out there next Saturday.
All right. Very good. All right, guys, that will do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.